right, here's a check of the Cincinnati Toyota Big Ten standings. 4 Big Ten teams are in the first top 25 poll of the season. We've got the Buckeyes at 6th, Michigan at 7th, the Spartans at 12th, and Iowa at 17th. And that, of course, leads us right into the next burning question. Who do you have your eyes on in the Big Ten? Jay, let's start with you.
Well, let's start with Michigan State right now. Mark D'Antonio, the head coach there, recruited me out of high school. You know, one of my all-time coaches I love to death. A few things you're going to know about Mark D'Antonio teams. They're going to be tough. They're going to run the football. They're going to play physical, and they're going to play really good defense. Last night, though, however, they really struggled with Furman. And, you know, they shot themselves in the foot more than anything. You're talking about they had 120 yards in penalties just against themselves. So that score could have looked a lot worse. They looked very rusty. They lost a lot of big-time players last year. Jack Conklin, we know, Connor Cook, to the NFL draft. They lost Shalik Calhoun, that big-time defensive end they had. They have to reload on the defensive line. They have to have their running attack established. There's going to be a lot of ground and pound for them this year. I know they're high on the quarterback they have right now, but the reality of it is they've got to form an identity, like I always say, and everyone's waiting for November 19th because that's slowly become kind of our rival right now.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one of the teams, though, that interests me is Illinois. You know, you got a new coach in Lovie Smith. Very, very good coach. You know, he's got some talent back around him. Keyshawn Vaughn, very good running back last year. Wes Lunt had some issues with throwing interceptions, but has been able to complete, very accurate, not a big guy, but can run and throw the ball very, very well. Lovie Smith is a great motivator. There's some talent on that team. This might not be the breakout year for them, but I guarantee you they're going to come up and bite some of those other teams in the Big Ten West before this year is over. And then watch out for him recruiting in Chicago. Was the Bears head coach there. Very personable guy. You know, Lovie was here when I was here as a defensive back coach. Obviously very successful in the NFL at Tampa Bay and at Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be able to go into Chicago and get some of those big-time players. And when they do, you go back to the Kevin Hardys and those guys. All those guys came from Chicago when Illinois was in its heyday. That's one guy I'm excited to see, and he really knows how to coach. Has some great assistant coaches out there with it.
I'm going to go with the team up north and the Harbaugh hype. Are you buying into this at all? The national media definitely is. We still don't know who the quarterback is, and they're playing today, right? That's correct? Yeah.
I think they have to announce it.
They won't release depth charts. Sometimes I think coaches who are masterminds overthink things, and a lot of this is Harbaugh hype. He's getting some great recruits. They've got a nice buzz. They've got a heck of a defense, and they've got a relatively easy schedule. They do have some big road games in the Big Ten, Michigan State, Iowa, and then, of course, the Buckeyes. My question is this going to be for real? And my thought is maybe the rest of the season it will be, but when they come to the shoe, we are going to wipe them out with some Michigan toilet paper. Courtesy of my aunt gave me this week. I thought this is perfect for the show.
I like your aunt's style.
I think we're going to wipe them away. I think it's a lot of hype. I think the program's going in a great direction. You'd be crazy. I know we don't like that team, but you're crazy if you don't think it's good for the Buckeyes and college football that they are a solid program. We'll see what happens this year if they can live up to the hype.